Imagine standing beneath a sky where it doesn't rain water, it rains molten iron. A world where every drop falling from the clouds is hotter than lava. Now imagine another planet where razor-sharp glass is blasted through the atmosphere at thousands of miles per hour, fast enough to slice through almost anything, or a planet so close to its star that its entire surface has become a global ocean of molten rock, hot enough to melt steel in seconds. It sounds like something from a Hollywood science fiction movie, but these worlds aren't fictional, they're real. Over the last 3 decades, astronomers have confirmed more than 5,000 exoplanets orbiting distant stars. With every new discovery, one thing has become impossible to ignore. The universe is far stranger and far more terrifying than anyone ever imagined. These aren't just strange planets. They're places where the laws of weather, gravity, and even survival work in ways that seem almost impossible. Yet every one of them exists somewhere in the darkness of our galaxy. Today, we're traveling hundreds of light years beyond our solar system to explore 3 of the most terrifying planets ever discovered. Worlds where iron falls from the sky, where deadly glass storms never stop, and where entire landscapes have been transformed into oceans of fire. By the end of this journey, you may never look at the night sky the same way again. Our first destination is a planet so unbelievably hot that metal doesn't simply melt. It evaporates into the atmosphere, only to fall back to the surface as liquid iron rain. This is WASP 76b. If there were a list of the most hostile worlds ever discovered, WASP 76b would be near the very top. Located about 640 light-years from Earth, this enormous gas giant orbits so incredibly close to its parent star that one complete year lasts less than 2 Earth days. Planet is also tidally locked, meaning one side always faces its star while the other remains in permanent darkness. This creates one of the most extreme temperature differences ever observed on an exoplanet. On the day side, temperatures climb above 2,400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to vaporize metals that are solid on Earth. Iron doesn't simply melt here, it turns into gas. But the story becomes even more extraordinary. Powerful winds, racing at several kilometers per second, sweep that iron vapor across the planet toward the much cooler night side. As the gas cools, it begins to condense, not into water droplets, not into snow, but into molten iron. Scientists believe those glowing droplets then fall through the atmosphere as liquid iron rain, a weather system unlike anything found anywhere in our solar system. Imagine looking toward the horizon and seeing dark metallic clouds illuminated by the glow of a nearby star. While rivers of superheated metal fall endlessly through the sky, it sounds impossible. Yet observations from powerful telescopes suggest this extraordinary process may really be taking place. WASP 76b reminds us that the universe doesn't follow the familiar rules of Earth. Given the right conditions, nature can create worlds so extreme that they seem more like science fiction than reality. And somehow, our next destination is even more dangerous. Because on the next planet, the rain isn't made of iron, it's made of razor-sharp glass, driven through the atmosphere by winds so powerful they never truly stop. If you thought iron rain was terrifying, our next destination is even more unforgiving. Meet HD 189733b, a giant exoplanet located about 64 light-years from Earth. At first glance, it appears surprisingly beautiful. From a distance, the planet glows with a deep sapphire blue color, almost like a peaceful ocean world. But that stunning appearance is incredibly deceptive. There are no oceans, no clear skies, no place where life as we know it could survive. Scientists believe the planet's atmosphere is filled with tiny particles of silicate, the same basic material found in sand and glass on Earth. Under the planet's extreme temperatures, these particles are carried by some of the fastest winds ever detected on any world. Those winds race through the atmosphere at nearly 8,700 kilometers per hour, That's more than 7 times the speed of sound on Earth. At those incredible speeds, the silicate particles don't simply drift through the air. They become deadly. Projectiles? Astronomers believe molten glass forms high in the atmosphere before being blasted sideways by these supersonic winds. Instead of falling straight down like rain on Earth, the glass is driven almost horizontally across the planet. Imagine standing in a storm where every raindrop is a razor-sharp fragment of glass, moving faster than a fighter jet. There would be nowhere to hide, nowhere to escape. The brilliant blue world that looks so peaceful from space is, in reality, one of the most violent environments ever discovered. It's a powerful reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Some of the most beautiful places in the universe may also be the most deadly. And yet, even a planet of endless glass storms isn't the hottest place on our journey, because our final destination is so unimaginably hot. Its surface isn't made of solid ground at all. It's a world where entire continents have melted, creating vast oceans of glowing lava that never cool. If the last 2 planets seemed impossible, our final destination pushes the limits even further. Meet 55 Cancri E, one of the most extreme rocky planets ever discovered. Located about 41 light-years from Earth, this super-Earth orbits its star at an astonishingly close distance. A single year on this planet lasts just 18 hours. That means it completes an entire orbit around its star in less than 1 Earth day. The result is a world consumed by unimaginable heat. Surface temperatures can exceed 2,000 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt rock. Scientists believe vast regions of the planet may be covered by enormous oceans of molten lava, glowing like rivers of liquid fire beneath a black sky. Imagine standing on a world where the ground beneath your feet never truly solidifies, where volcanoes may erupt continuously, and the horizon glows with rivers of molten rock stretching for hundreds of kilometers. Even stranger, astronomers have detected evidence suggesting the planet's surface may be constantly changing. As lava cools, new crust could briefly form, only to melt again under the relentless heat of its nearby star. It's a planet trapped in an endless cycle of destruction and rebirth, a place where entire landscapes may transform in a matter of days. And that's what makes these discoveries so extraordinary. WASP-76b showed us a world where iron may fall from the sky. HD 189733b revealed a planet battered by supersonic glass storms, and 55 Cancri E reminded us that entire worlds can become oceans of fire. Each of these planets is real. Each one has expanded our understanding of what's possible in the universe. And perhaps the most astonishing fact of all, we've confirmed thousands of exoplanets. Yet we've explored only a tiny fraction of our own galaxy. The Milky Way contains hundreds of billions of stars, which means the most terrifying planet ever discovered may still be waiting for us. Somewhere in the darkness, a world more extreme than anything we've ever imagined could already exist. And one day, we might find it.